Hi guys, my name is Sean, and today we're gonna be talking about Oda Nobunaga. Now he's in a lot of character games. He was one of the inspired characters in the game, like Samurai Warriors. I believe that was the title. And he's also one of the first unifier. He's the real first unifier of all of Japan. And let me explain from his life to his death. No one knows his birthday. So, and no one even has any clue where it is. And he died in the 1580s. In the 1580s, we didn't even knew when he was old. He was when he was even old during the time when Oda Nobunaga died, because its history and all of its age kind of just withered away. Yeah, so Oda Nobunaga was one of the first unifiers of Japan. He was also the leader of this clan called Oda. Yes, really. Like Nobunaga Oda is his real name if it was in the United States of America, because Oda is actually his last name. It's the opposite. Like if it was supposed to be in United States style, but his name is still Oda Nobunaga, it should be Nobunaga Oda. Yes, really, it's very, very confusing. Now later he will control a clan, and then later he will be calling it the Oda. You see what I'm not bothering with all these name changes? And moving on. Now Oda Nobunaga really was a very wealthy person, and he had a worker called Toyotomi Hideyoshi who worked for him. Now it was really, really fascinating because it's cool and stuff, and all stuff are cool, and nothing is really in here except the fact that everything is cool. No, not that, like cool, like cool. Okay, Oda Nobunaga now really likes it, and Oda Nobunaga really now has a lot of things that happened. Now, why is Oda Nobunaga called Oda Nobunaga? Well, it's just because of his name changing, and he had literally 13 names before he even get Oda Nobunaga. But we're just gonna talk about the name that history remembers him as. Now, Oda Nobunaga really is a fascinating person, and he really is a samurai himself. He's actually a shogun. Now, shoguns are really the best power state in the whole wide world. Yes, whole wide world. And actually in the whole wide of Japan. And really in Japan, why I say whole wide world is because to the Japanese, they thought, before even Japanese realized that was the outside world, they thought Japan was the whole wide world. And they also thought that when they discovered Korea and then China, they just thought that the whole wide world was Japan, Korea, and China. So their maps was only those 3 countries. But then they got proven wrong, and they had to make the real world map. Now, Oda Nobunaga was the first unifier of Japan, and how did he die? Well, it's not because he was killed by another person or he just killed of old age. It's because he did suicide. He was in a bed and breakfast canteen when suddenly one of his loyal generals became a traitor, and he tried to kill Oda Nobunaga, but Oda Nobunaga quickly went to the room, locked it up with his few pages inside. He writes his death poem as fast as he could, and then he commits seppuku. And then the enemy goes inside and found that his body is dead. Now, Oda Nobunaga had a really interesting life, and all of his life he allied with Toyotomi Hideyoshi, his very loyal servant and samurai. So he wanted Toyotomi Hideyoshi to become the next ruler and unifier of Japan. So that's it for today about Oda Nobunaga. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you really want to do this, please. You can just support my channel on Patreon, and please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and hit the bell button to all our notifications so you wouldn't miss any of my videos. And also, please sign up on my Patreon page, and I'll see you next time. Shinhan out. Peace with water.